Hello everyone, and I have an old friend here. His name is Teddy. I call him Teddy because he's so friendly. And Teddy is nearly 30 years old now, and it's really interesting. He's a python, a royal python, and these seem to be my spiritual animals, snakes, because they seem to follow me around wherever I go. Wherever I go, there always seems to be a snake. I had a snake many years ago when I was belly dancing with snakes, and he passed away, and I had him for a long time. And many years went by, and then when I came to LA, it's very difficult to find a good place to live in, and I saw the photos of this amazing place, and I called the agent. I said, if it looks like the photos, I'm going to take it. And then I went to the place, and I walked in, and I said, yep, I'm having it. This is amazing. And then I was just looking at some of the wardrobes, and I opened one of the wardrobes, and guess who was inside? Teddy. Teddy was inside the wardrobe. And he was exactly the same snake that I danced with, what I belly danced with. And I called him Homer. So that was strange. And they said, well, there's one condition for you having the property is that you can look after the snake. And the owner's having difficulty looking after the snake. So I said, I don't have a problem. He looks like my snake that passed away. And I was heartbroken when he passed away. So he was given back to me. And I'm going to see if my mic still works when I put him around my neck. And he's so charming and so elegant and very safe. He will never bite you unless you kind of smell of a rat or something. And that's not my problem if you smell of rats. But if you don't smell of rats, he'll be fine. And he used to go around everywhere. He didn't really spend a lot of time in his tank. I had air conditioning, and I snake-proofed the place so he couldn't escape and get jammed anywhere. And so I used to control the temperature, and he used to go around. He used to like going out at night, didn't you, in that place? And now he has a girlfriend who I will also do a video on. But look how beautiful he is. He's a royal python. And in Africa, the royalty used to wear them around their necks, these royal pythons, and that's why they're called royal pythons. And he's very royal. Do you want to say hello? Do you want to tell everybody on the channel that they don't need to be afraid of you, and that you're very sensitive and you're actually more afraid of them? And so if anybody sees a snake, know that it's probably more afraid of you. And it doesn't want to harm you. They're very gentle. There's a misunderstanding that snakes are aggressive, and they're not aggressive. Snakes are very gentle, sensitive creatures, and they will defend themselves, and they have a strong feeding response. So if you smell like their food, then, they'll just respond. But royal pythons, their feeding response isn't as strong as other species of snakes. And so they're very safe to handle. They're very good for beginners. And so if people come around and they want to hold a snake, I'll give them Teddy. And see, he's just puppy dog tame. And yes, you're kissing me. You're kissing me. Yeah. Yes. Nobody needs to be afraid of you, do they? And he's so peaceful. You know what's wonderful about snakes is they're like fish. You can watch them for hours and relax, and they're so soft and calming. And snakes are very, very relaxing. They move slowly. They give you massages. They radiate stillness. They're in a permanent meditative state. And whenever I'm having a bad day, I just get out one of my snakes, and the day changes. They're meditative aids. And so, would you like to share anything with the viewers? He likes to please, he says. He likes to please, kind of like a Labrador. And I'm really not humanizing him. They do have different personalities. Each one is different. And if you look into his eyes, maybe you can get some information about his personality. If you have dogs, you can tell by looking into their eyes how they're feeling, and you can do the same with snakes. You can look into their eyes. And on the one hand, they're in a permanent meditative transcendental space, but on another hand, they're communicating how they're feeling, and their body language also communicates how they're feeling. And he's very relaxed. You can tell he's relaxed because his tongue is going in and going out, and he's just sniffing around. Aren't you beautiful? One of the most beautiful men in the world, you are. Look into my eyes. Oh, yeah, see? Even the camera couldn't cope. Isn't nature wonderful? Creating these dragons. Take care. I'll post more snake videos soon. Lots of love.